We're good?
Did it work? All right. We're good.
All right. And 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the show. Reed, how you doing, pal?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you, Justin.
It's very good to see you in my new apartment, as you can see.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. Look, the walls look a little bland, but through the week, I think you'll touch
I'm
it
a
up.
work in progress. I'm very much a work in progress. Still waiting on a thing that's going to be crucial to the podcast setup. I have this shelf thing that I have like little knickknacks I'm going to put on it. So waiting for that. My dad forgot it when he helped me move down here. A little disappointed, but I'll get it this next week.
Yeah, how did that go? Was that smooth sailing?
Let me tell you.
Was it a rough
why
one?
whenever you need to move, it's always 110 degrees.
Oh, dude, I completely forgot that you're moving during the summer.
And in Sacramento too. So it's
I
was sweating like I was sweating like a you know what in church, okay? I was just sweating, and then I would get irritated. Like that's when my anxiety levels go through the roof. Is when it's hot, and so I was definitely I was a little agitated, and moving it by itself is no bueno.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, just moving in general, but when you're moving by yourself, that's a toughie.
Yeah.
That's a toughie.
Yeah, luckily I didn't.
Now, did you find any cool stuff when you moved? Like some stuff that you forgot you had?
No, see, I didn't bring much because I packed a couple boxes a while back, and all I had with me was because I slept for
you were already ready to
for
go.
a week. For literally a week, I slept on the ground in my apartment because I wasn't gonna have my bed until the next week, like when my parents could bring it down. So I was sleeping on the ground. I had 2 boxes with me. All I had was my Xbox 360 with a couple games. I had another box that has like desk supplies and my podcast gear, and then also my gun. That's all I had. That's all I had on me.
What else do you need in Sacramento?
That's the essentials, baby.
Dude, you're basically like a squatter.
Yeah. What is a squatter?
Squatting in your own home, though.
They just sleep in random houses, right?
Yeah, like houses that are for sale or for rent. They'll go in and they'll like just squat in it. I think people squat when people. Okay, that is actually my biggest fear: is people living in your house while you're living.
I know. I've seen.
Like, have you seen those stories? They freak me out.
No, yeah, I've seen like the stories of it was people where like they'd tell a joke in like this one case they told a joke and they were in the kitchen. They heard someone laugh upstairs, like in the attic.
Oh, dude, that's like that. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah,
that right there. I had a nightmare about that.
About someone like sleeping in your house.
Yeah, because what I do every time I go to my house when nobody's here is I'll just start yelling. So, like, as a joke, like, making it think like I'm a crazy person. But then, like, in the dream, I did that, and then I hit on the, like, my closet, which I don't have, like, a sliding glass closet, but for some reason I did it in the dream. And I hit it, and some dude came running out.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And I woke up immediately. That's how much, like, it scared me during the dream.
That's definitely I don't like strangers, you know? I don't like people breaking in. I don't like...
Dude.
I fear those things. But, yeah.
Dude, yeah, man. Just talking to strangers is stressful.
Talking to normal people is stressful. People I know. Just being social
true.
in any...
Like going... Like, that's the only good thing about you living in, like, Sacramento now is you don't have to run into people that you know at the grocery store.
Give it some time, pal.
I hate that. Yeah, give it time.
Yeah, no, but like, so I had my first day of school today. Okay, classes started.
Oh yeah, back to school, baby.
So it reminded me because, like, obviously I'm not in person, but it reminded me. Do you remember going like your first day of school? You have your brand new clothes that you went back to school shopping. You got your fresh clothes that feeling of
maybe some fresh kicks too for the year.
Fresh kicks, and like you always have like a whole bunch of pencils, a whole bunch of binders and stuff like that. But I'm talking like the clothes. Do you remember how fresh you would feel going into that first day of school?
Oh, yeah, dude! Brand new socks, brand new underwear, brand new
looking
everything.
Fly for a white guy.
You felt like a different person.
Yeah.
Dude, even though I hated school, the night before like school, I couldn't sleep because I was like, here we go again. Get to see the friends again. maybe fall in love this year.
Yeah, never happened.
Anything could
Never
happen.
happened. No, but yeah, I was that made me think because I was like, man, I didn't get to wear like a back to school outfit this year, and I didn't even get to go like back to school shopping because I still had like all I went. I bought just a couple notebooks because I have all my
Oh
supplies
yeah.
still. So I was like, this is lame. I can't wait for school. I
Now-
can't wait for school to be over. When I'm done with school, I when I tell you I will cry when I'm done. If I, when I get my diploma, I'm going to film it because I'm going to be bawling in tears. All right, that's how done I am with this education chasing. You know.
Now, do you have one more year or two
So
more
I
years?
I'm on track to graduate this next spring semester at the end. Okay, so 2
Really?
semesters. But I have another
Whoa.
football season after that, so I'll have like one more semester. But I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna take the dumbest classes because I already have my degree. I'm taking like dance. I'll take theater. I'm
Oh,
taking
dude.
things that don't matter.
That's when you're living
That's
right
what I'm
there.
gonna do. I already have a plan. It's gonna be the most stress-free football season I've ever had. But going my last
When you're
year.
able to get your twinkle toes on during the
Hell
day,
yeah.
and then during the evening getting on some
Then
cleats.
strapping it up on the night field.
Oh yeah.
So I
dude.
told you.
Are you gonna take any theater?
I would like to. I think I will honestly, because like I guarantee like the counselors will be like, oh, you should try to like go after another major. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good.
No,
No.
It's only
And
theater.
I'm done after I get this degree, and I'm just gonna take a couple classes so I can play football for the last season. I'm not taking any more. I don't want to put this mind through any more stress. You know?
No, dude. The only stress you want is remembering your lines in a play.
Yeah, and I don't even trust me. Do you think I would read the script, bro? I'm an improvisation king. Okay, all I need is a setting, a crowd to entertain, and let me work. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'll blow the roof off.
Yeah,
that
I don't need these lines. I'm gonna improv it. I know my character.
Dude, I do. I make my own character. I'd be one of those dudes that they give me the character. All right, here's your character. He's a male. He comes from this background. This blah blah blah. I'd be like, all right, cool. And then I get up there and I'm like, all right, I'm a black man. I am. I just completely changed the character just to go what I would feel is right. You know.
Maybe throw in like a British accent
hell
too.
yeah. You know, just go with the punches. But I told you earlier that I had a story that I wanted to bring up on here. Okay.
Yeah, and usually when I hear that, it's very
It is
concerning.
because I find some weird stuff here and there. But so I'm just gonna read I'm gonna read the tagline. We'll let it
Okay.
digest, and then I have the deets right after. So the headline is woman having affair with chimp banned from zoo. All right, let that digest in your system right there. So for all you,
Was she a zookeeper?
no, she was just a regular zoo goer. I guess that's what you would call it. But like for those that don't know, a chimp, all right, the closest thing that we have to a human in animal form, I would argue. These.
Now, was this a Tiger King situation or was this a real
We'll get
zoo?
to that. Okay, this was a real zoo though. This was a
Oh,
real
boy.
zoo. It was let's see if I have it. I don't have the exact zoo, but it was one that you pay to go to. I'll say that.
Okay.
But yeah, so a chimp, very I like chimps. Okay, I like them a lot.
Very primal.
Very
too.
primal, very
primal.
human-like, but not the go-to animal I would choose to have an affair with if I was to go down that path. Okay, you feel me?
I'm following.
So let's read. Let's read into this. Okay, so the zoo staff asked the lady to. It says remove herself from the presence of the chimpanzee's life. As so the lady was very attracted to the chimp. It would always blow kisses, wave excessively while describing their interactions as an affair. Okay, so the lady was in love with this chimp. Okay, I'll just summarize this little thing. But So she is in love with him, and you know the reason why she got banned wasn't because that she's in love with a chimp. It was
Plot twist.
it was because they were worried about the chimp not getting enough chimp time with other chimpanzees and growing fond of the lady. So now we got a little situation here, okay? Because I think the chimpanzee might be in love too. So now are we breaking up love here? Okay?
This is a Romeo and
It
Juliet
is.
story.
It is, and now I want to meet this girl.
It's kind of beautiful.
It is. It is. I'm wearing glasses right now, but I have a tear in my eye. You just can't see it.
I feel like this could be made into a movie, dude.
Yeah, with chimpanzees.
Unforbidden love.
Yeah, I mean,
Zoo style.
Yeah, zoo style. And so with the chimpanzee, so the last time I'm afraid of chimpanzees because of this. I remember there's a story about I think, are chimpanzees and orangutans the same thing? Is that the same animal?
I mean, they're both monkeys.
So they're both primates, I believe is the word.
Yeah. Yeah, I think orangutang's a little different. Like, I think bigger arms.
Okay. Well,
You know? Haven't you ever seen, like, Jungle Book?
yeah,
You
that was
know?
a long time ago though.
You know, they got the big arms.
Well,
orange.
so the last story I heard that made me afraid of these primates is there was a neighbor that had one that lived with them. Okay, right there, red flag.
Oh,
And
I think I know.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
the
think
the lady was out for a walk, like the neighbor was out for a walk, and the chimp got out and slapped the face off of this lady, like literally just.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
slapped
remember
it
this
off,
one.
and then
Oh
she
yeah.
got like a weird face put on, like prosthetics and stuff. So that made me a little. Now I'm a little cautious about these bad boys. Okay,
Oh yeah, and you should be. These are wild
that's
animals,
what I'm
man.
saying. And
They shouldn't even be in
now,
zoos.
what would be an animal that you would have a relationship with if you were into that thing?
I knew
you
this
knew it was
question
coming.
was coming.
If you were into that thing, what kind of what kind of animal are you going for? Because I feel like chimps, although they're human-like, they're beasts, man. They're
I feel like dolphins are majestic lovers.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
But the chimpanzee thing, man, that's dude,
those things are humans, and they're huge and super strong,
oh yeah, they're very strong.
and also very hairy too. You know, dolphin, you got more of a European wax look to those dolphins. You know, they're smooth as a baby's bottom. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
What other animals? I feel like
And there is a chance, all right? If you get with a dolphin, you make a mermaid.
is that how that? I don't think
Know
that's
what
how
I'm
that
saying?
works. I thought that was a fish. Or like
Yeah,
a
it's got
whale.
like a
No,
dolphin
because
tail.
dolphins have the tail that goes like that. But the mermaids have one that I think it's laterally, right? It's a lateral tail. So like when they lay down, the tail's
know.
completely flat on the ground, where a dolphin's would be up. You know?
Let me pull up a picture of the Little Mermaid right now. Let me see what kind of tail.
Do you
we're
believe in
rocking with.
mermaids? Hold on, quick question. Quick sidetrack.
Ever since I was young and I watched this weird documentary that was not even close to like it did not look real at all. Yeah, she's got like a
It's got more of
Yeah,
a
it's
fish.
not a
It's got
dolphin
more of
tail.
a fish tail.
yeah, it looks more like a whale's tail.
Oh, that's a big animal to try to
What I'm
have a relationship with. You know, talk about some issues.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. This thing, yeah, that's a whale's tail, man. This is like the strangest version of like this. This is like a Zookeeper sequel. This is like something I would pitch to for a movie.
So you didn't answer me. Do you believe in mermaids?
No, I don't. I don't at all.
See, I
Not a-
used to
not a
I used to
mermaid
be
believer.
a big mermaid believer, and now I'm still like on the fence. Like I'm like maybe not. I don't know. I've seen a couple videos on the tube, man, late at night.
I know I watched this documentary and they were like trying to say because like some dude in the carnival, some kind of like freak show dude said he caught a mermaid
Yeah.
and like had it in a tank, but I mean, that guy was a legend at faking stuff. None of those freak show dudes were real.
You're talking
Except I think like the lady with the beard
talking
and
about the
stuff.
circus, right?
Yeah, but that's what this documentary was using as evidence. Like he caught one, and I was like, did he?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta see proof. Picture it didn't happen. You know what I mean?
And then they tried to like show a video that they said was evidence, but you could totally tell it was like made on a computer. Like it looked like the sci-fi
Yeah.
movies. You remember
Oh
the
yeah.
Sci-Fi
Oh yeah.
Channel used to make those
I
movies
still. What do you mean?
with
What do
the
you mean
weird like
used to?
3D
They
things.
still make those bad boys, and I still watch them.
Oh, dude, Big Ass Spider. I think that was the name of one
That's
of
where
them.
all the
That's a
Sharknadoes
classic.
were on too.
Oh yeah, dude. Sharknado's legendary series too, right
Dude,
there.
I'm surprised. Woo. Big yawn, but I'm surprised that it didn't win something because you don't make that many, and everyone knows Sharknado. Everyone's heard of it.
I think it won a. I think it won a Razzie.
It had to win something because you don't get that popular, whether it was a good movie or not. You don't get that popular and not win something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think like the Razzies, like the Bad Movie Awards, and I think they won that a couple times.
That's how they get you. But
Yeah, that's how they
so
get you. The Razzies.
the circus, is that a thing? Is that still a thing? Is it?
Circus is still a thing, but I think it's just Circus Olay, so it's just the dudes on the like
On the-
doing the flips
On the
and stuff.
unicycles, the elephant.
Yeah,
On the bike.
I don't know if they do elephants anymore.
Yeah, it might.
I don't think they do any
Thanks,
animals.
PETA.
Which I mean, that was a bad idea
Thanks,
to begin
PETA,
with.
for eliminating fun.
Well, I mean, think about it. That elephant gets tired of it, just stomps out a bunch of people.
That's why you train them.
I mean, well, dude, I don't know if you could train some of those beasts. Or like a tiger or something. That thing gets out, that's mauling at least 10 people.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Those magicians. Remember the Siegfried and Roy? I think it's the name was in old Vegas, and they
yeah.
played with this tiger. That was like part of their act, and then one day it just snapped and like put this dude in a coma. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, tigers don't play,
Yeah.
man. You can't train a hunter to do tricks. You just leave that thing to doing hunting.
Yeah. Now the fair was just recently in our hometown. Did you participate? Did you partake in the festivities?
I will happily say I
Did
didn't.
not. Okay, so for
No.
those listening at home, we every year right before school starts, like high school starts, like a week before, the fair would come rolling into town. The carnies, the rides, the food, and the fights, and everything would come rolling in at once. You know, for one last hurrah
Oh
of
yeah,
summer.
the missing teeth,
Yeah, yeah, the missing teeth. But let me tell you,
the hotties.
man, the babes came out. I'll tell you that.
Nothing better than a good old fair, girl.
But do you remember how dope it was going to the fair as kids? Like getting the wristbands and being there all
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Dude. I would ride those rides all day.
Yeah, where you got like the dirt on your socks and stuff
Oh,
from
it
the
would
fair.
be so filthy. I remember one year I wore a
Oh.
white pair of Converse that I got. And big mistake. Those things were ruined. Never wore
Oh,
them again.
big
Never wore 'em
mistake,
again.
dude. Oh yeah, dude. When you go to the fair, you come home smelling like a farm animal and fried food,
Yeah.
and maybe you got in a couple fights that night too, so your testosterone's just boosting.
Yeah, I mean, you
adrenaline's
witnessed it. I almost got into a little scuffle with an older guy. He was actually like, I think he was what, 20, I believe.
He was 20 and you were about
I was 14. I was a freshman. I wasn't even a freshman yet because it was right before freshman football
No, it
started.
was going into
And I remember
freshman
I was
year.
like defending one of my football buds, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take it on. And I wasn't that confident against. I was confident against the kid that he was actually going to try to fight because it was like a kid my age. And
Yeah,
then I'm standing
and you
there.
weren't really like
I was de-escalating the situation.
looking to fight. You were telling him get out of here, like come on, scat.
Scat, little guy.
Go on,
I
get.
threw a stick at him. Yeah.
And somebody did not
And
like
it
that.
was his brother.
Somebody did
It
not
was his
like that.
brother. And he was sitting over. I remember it because I was standing in my group and I was like kind of ahead of the pack, you know, holding my ground, talking some trash. And all of a sudden,
yeah.
I just remember seeing in the corner of my eye the dude's brother who's 20. He's like, that's it, and he comes stomping over and starts running at me. And I was like, oh boy.
Oh,
oh
yeah.
boy. And I couldn't even back up because you guys were kind of like holding me there. So I was like, I was kind of trapped. And I remember that guy instantly got cuffed by an undercover cop sitting right there.
Oh, dude, that was the scariest moment
Dude,
of my life.
it was
I
the
remember
fastest like arrest I've ever seen because that dude came out of nowhere, cuffed, and boom. You know,
Oh, dude, that was like a moment where I just froze and I was like, oh my God, this is real.
welcome to high school, baby.
Yeah, it's like when you get back to reality, you're like, oh
No,
boy.
but
Like it was all fun and games, trash
do
talking.
you remember? Because I remember. Because right after that moment, dude, I was a legend that night. Let me tell you, in our friend
Oh
group,
yeah, you were.
I had people coming up. I'm sticking with you tonight, man. That was badass. They're pointing at me. I was like, oh my gosh, I am the man, and I haven't even
Yeah.
been in high school yet.
And the way people were telling it was like Justin almost fought like a dude in his 20s.
Yeah, that's how it sounded.
And everybody's like,
and I was in no
what?
position to fight.
I remember I heard like, there was like a rumor going around that night that you tried to punch the guy
That's
too.
what's going around. I heard a lot of rumors that night. I heard rumors that the cops were looking for me because the mom of the kid was wanting to come after me, and I was like, so. Although I was playing the tough guy look because I was rolling with the rumors like, oh, Justin single-handedly defended his whole team against a group of guys, and so I was like, kind of like, yeah, I'll roll with that. But I was like, deep down, I was like, yo, am I gonna
Yeah,
get
on the
arrested?
inside,
I was
you were
like, am I gonna get
terrified.
arrested? I was like, is there more coming after me? I was like, I'm a little boy, at the time I was like 160. I was like, I'm in no position to defend myself here.
Hey, you were good, man. You had a whole squad rolling with
Oh
you that
boy,
night.
I had that squad. Oh boy.
Sadly, I think that was the night too, which was probably a bad idea that you got left there.
Dude, do you yeah, I forgot about that because you were there, and you were the one I saw because the person I rode there with took off, thinking I had a ride, and he was my ride home, and I remember I was like calling and my phone died. That's what happened because I had my flip phone. My phone died. I had like someone.
Yeah, your flip
Yeah, my
phone.
little blue flip phone, and I had someone call the guy to come get me, come bring me back, and I was like, my dad's gonna kill me because I'm not answering his calls. I was past curfew, and like when he wanted me home.
And you got the cops
now,
looking for
yeah,
you
and
too.
I defend it.
Had a gang of guys waiting
And
for
defend
you.
my team's honor and everything. So I remember pulling up to my house because the guy came back and got me. We drop off, dude, and we're pulling up in my driveway, and I see the porch light on, and there's Pops just standing there, arms crossed. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And so he was like, the first thing is like, why didn't you pick up your phone? Where were you? I was like, look, my phone died, but I told him about the fight thing. And my dad was cool after that. He's like, that a boy, that's my champ. It's like, jumbled sport.
Atta baby, go in to get something
Go
to
get
eat.
some meat.
Leftovers are on the stove.
Was it you also another time at the carnival or the fair? Was it you that paid me money to grind on probably a 40-ish-year-old lady when I was
Yeah, and I think she was in her 50s, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was the only one out of our group that paid you money, even though more people said they were going to pay you money. I think I ended up paying you like almost $50.
15?
50.
Nah, you wouldn't have done that.
No, it's because I made up for everybody else because everybody else
Yeah,
backed
that's
out.
how it was. But yeah, I did it though.
But that was like about the time that I got my first job too, so I was just throwing cash. Thought I was like a millionaire.
40. Yeah, that girl was at least I'd say 47.
Oh, dude, she was up there. And then I remember I was back the next day, and she was still there waiting for the dance floor to
Did she
open
ask
up.
about me?
I mean, I don't think she recognized us, but she was definitely
That-
waiting. She was like had the time of her life the night before and came back for
that
seconds.
Defense, I mean not that defense. That dance floor. That dance floor was a dangerous place when it turned 9 o'clock.
Right? Oh, dude. I've seen fights break out on that dance floor. I've seen everything. I've seen somebody throw up
Dude,
on the
it was
dance floor.
gross because that was like I would say that was probably the only time that I went onto the dance floor there in my fair career. Because it gets dangerous. You definitely would have to stretch before you step onto that floor because you don't know what's going to come. You got to be prepared to run. You got to be prepared to jump. And
Uh-oh. And quite. Are we
we're
back?
back.
Are we back?
And
Dude, I just called. Hold on. We're probably gonna cut most of that out. I just called your voicemail, dude.
yeah,
When's the last time you recorded?
it was fourth grade. But I remember right what I was about to say because before you hung up on me. All right, we ready? So you got to, because you got to jump. You know, you don't know what's going to happen on the dance floor. You got to be ready to jump. But the amount of alcohol smelling was on that dance floor. You were no, not even just alcohol. I'm talking all the drugs, man. You got it all there.
Oh, dude, yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on in the middle of that dance floor.
Yeah, but
and then you got the security who are trying to be the heroes of the day, walking in the middle of the dance floor looking for stuff.
yeah,
Looking for some kid acting
and
wrong.
they were all acting wrong. I'll tell you that.
I remember there was this kid who was on our football team, okay? And I remember he was given 2 beer tickets by somebody. Okay, and we had a kid who was a captain who took being a football captain very, very serious. And so I kind of set this kid up. He had the beer tickets, and he was like, I don't want to get caught by any of the captains.
Oh,
though."
yeah.
And me being the problem starter I am, I said, do it. Just go get him. Just go get him. And so he ended up getting him. And I was like, dude, you can't be and so right when he brought him back, I was like, dude, you can't be walking around with beer in your hand. Like, what if the captains see you? And I was like, you need to chug both of them.
You're a terrible person.
So as he's chugging both of them, one of the captains is standing right there, and I went, hey, look at this guy. What's this guy doing? And I remember he gave him a talking to.
Who was the captain?
This was somebody. Yeah, this was somebody that we both knew very well. I'll say it, Benjamin. Benjamin.
Yeah, got him.
And if I'm being completely honest, he wasn't a captain that we took serious. However, this kid was a grade lower than us and was just getting into the varsity like there was a lot of varsity players that night. Like, if I could put money down, that were doing things that were pretty
Not
wrong.
Me, bud.
That would get them in trouble.
Dedicated. I lifted that night.
Nah, you were just dancing with old ladies. You were just cougar hunting. But I remember this kid's face like turned ghost white as he's getting a talking to, and sweating. And he was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Like almost in tears on the dance floor.
God.
And I remember, if you talk to him now about it, he's just like, that was complete BS, man. Like, I found out that you guys don't take him serious. But, like, the kid was like, I'm not talking to coach this time, but that was a warning.
Oh,
he, like, gave him a warning for the rest of the year.
God.
Oh, but it was the greatest moment of my life to see somebody have fear in their eyes.
Yeah, you're a
after
terrible
that.
person for that, man.
Dude, it was so classic, though. I was like, dude, you're going to be in so much trouble. Like, you better hope he doesn't tell coach.
Those carnies at the fair
are top notch.
No, dude.
Of human beings.
Oh, my God. I can't even describe it because, like, my aunt stays at the trailer parks at the fairgrounds, and the fair recently was there, and they moved in, like, a week earlier to set up.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, she said...
They come into town pretty early.
They just sprint around at night, dude. They're everywhere. Tweaking.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Go into people's stuff and stuff like that. And then also,
they're out
I
in
didn't
the
know
woods
they're the ones
living
installing the damn rides. I watched them.
Yeah.
If I would have known that, dude, I wouldn't have stepped foot near one of those things.
Oh yeah, those aren't put together by people who know what they're doing.
Just treacherous.
I've seen bolts fall off of those rides. I've seen everything.
Duct tape on the rides. They're like, "Yep, we're good to go." All right, who's next?
Yeah. Oh, what scares me too is that most of them they don't speak English. Yeah. So when you're like, "Hey man, is this tight enough?" He'll just give you the good old thumbs up.
Yeah, I know, dude.
And you're like, "What? Like this feels loose." I know
what you're talking about.
And then you're panicking. Absolutely. And they always have them working on the ride. Like, if it's just like a ride that doesn't go upside down, understandable. Yeah. You know, there's not that much that can go wrong. But when you got rides that are you're hanging
Like
in
the
the
big
air,
blue
or you're
one.
going
Remember the
upside
blue? I
down.
think it was called the Blue
Oh,
Fireball, I think.
oh
That
yeah,
one.
dude, that one always broke down
Yeah, I
too.
remember it would go straight and it would pause there for a second, so you're just upside down.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
See, I never got on that
See,
one. I went on all the other ones
see, I
except
went
that
on
one.
that one. That was a go-to. I would go on the Zipper. The Zipper's a classic. And then the
Oh yeah,
White Fireball, the one with the claws and they spin
the
and
like
throw. Yeah,
claw,
that one.
and then right after, I think there was one year where they took it away because there was that accident that happened on
Yeah,
one of them.
it went
Do you
all the way
remember that?
around when it's not supposed to. Was what happened.
Yeah, and a piece like broke off too, and I think like a person died and the rest were
Yeah,
injured.
that's what happens, man.
Yeah, that is no bueno. That's what happens at the fair,
Hey,
man.
you take that risk, and I'm gonna say I wouldn't trade any of the experiences I had at the fair for anything. I had some great times at the fair, great stories, lots of lots
Oh
of
yeah.
altercations, lots of money spent. Let me tell you, I spent a lot of money on the damn games, thinking I can win every single one. It's like gambling. I think that's more addictive than gambling. Thinking I can go up that. The one that I never could do
Oh,
was the
dude.
ladder, where you had to climb up the or go across the ladder.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all you had to do is get to the end.
You're destined
You
to
get to
fail
the
on
end,
those.
you get a jersey, and I remember like he let me test try it, and if I figured it out now, I saw a YouTube video of how they do it, and they can rig it where like it's easier. So I got to the end, and I was like, okay, I'll pay to do it, and then I could not do it, and I spent so much money on that trying to beat that.
Dude, one year I got a for an award. I think it was that. Yeah, it was that year going into freshman year. I got an award for graduation, and I got like $300 from this organization. Spent it all at the
Oh
fair.
yeah, oh yeah.
It was all gone by the
Especially
end
with
of
the
that.
food. I mean, you got to eat there. That's the
Oh
best.
yeah, the
Most
food, you
unhealthy
got the games,
food
everything.
you can possibly have.
Oh god, oh, some of the food, like when I think about it, it makes my
But
stomach.
that's fair season, baby. That's the risk you take. You go in there knowing that
That's-
you're just
yeah,
gonna
that's-
pigsty out, and then you might die
Yeah.
on a ride.
Yeah, you're just living. You're just living.
But obviously,
Now here's my
Yeah, go
thing.
ahead.
This is what I was going to ask you about the fair. How like wouldn't it suck even more if our fair was like during like when we were in school, like during school?
yeah, that would been
Because there was for some people that had fairs like during school. Like
yeah.
that would
I
suck.
wouldn't be able to go. I mean, we wouldn't be able to go.
No, it would be like the weekends and everybody's
It was
there.
always perfect
And
because
you don't wanna deal with
it
that.
was the week before school started, and it was like the weekend before school
Yeah,
started. It was like
it-
the last weekend.
Yeah, it was like the last
And it was
hurrah.
like literally like what is it, 4 or 5 days, 5 days of you can just let loose right before school starts that Monday. And I remember it would always be Shark
Yeah,
Week
dude.
would be that week too. So I'd be watching Shark Week before I'd go and get all hyped
Oh,
on
yeah.
Jaws and stuff. But
Yeah. I think we talked about this too. Having like football and stuff during the fair was the worst.
I remember it was always we'd always have our scrimmage. We would do
Yeah,
our
that's
our
right, it was the
scrimmage,
scrimmage.
and then that would be like the thing. Like that would be the best night to go because you just had your scrimmage, you all gas, and then you go
Yeah,
to
the week's over.
and then you go just hang out with the buds, hit on.
Oh,
see
yeah,
if you can
dude.
find some babes.
Oh yeah, hanging out on that dance floor.
But so we made a mistake early on. You could probably tell it was edited. Disclosure right now. I say we come clean, Reed. We're not actually looking at each other right now. Okay?
No,
we
we are not.
on a phone call. This has been a experience and a shit show of a episode because I don't have Wi-Fi. I don't have Wi-Fi here
dude.
yet in my apartment. So we tried to do the Zoom. My hotspots on my phone's like controlling my computer and everything, and it wasn't very strong. So we were like, all right, we're gonna try this. So we're recording on separate things. We're recording on our cameras, and then I got them on the old phone call on the old headset, and so this is weird because usually I can see your facial expressions and everything, and we're just
Yeah, it's
we're just talking to each other.
Feels
And
very
then the
weird.
reason it was edited like a little while ago was because he hung up on me, and all of a sudden
no. The call
that's
dropped.
what it was. because I was talking, I was telling the story, and then all of a sudden I hear the thing just exit. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. So what happened on my end was like you were talking, and all of a sudden it cut off, and I was like, okay, and I was gonna play it off like I could
I
still hear
was too.
you.
I was still
And then I
telling my
was like,
story for a little bit, and I was like, wait, I gotta have him on here.
yeah, and then I was like, oh boy. But then something else I
Yes,
want to get
yes.
into. I called your
Yes.
phone, and your voicemail.
Yeah.
When was the last time you recorded that? I thought I called the wrong number.
No,
at
so
first.
that voicemail is my first ever voicemail from fourth grade. When I got my first phone,
Oh
I
my
recorded a voicemail, and it's that is my voicemail that I'm gonna stick with. All right.
Dude, when I called it, I thought I was like, is this
Sounds
the
like a
wrong
little
number?
girl, doesn't it?
And then I heard Justin, and I was like, oh wait, this is just a really old.
I can't tell you how many people I've had
voicemail.
call that. Like a couple of my coaches have called it, and like I don't.
I was gonna say,
I always
like, is
miss
it call-
calls for
does
some
coach
reason.
ever
I
call?
always miss calls, so they always go to my voicemail, and
Uh-huh.
they'll be like, "Yo, is this Justin's phone? Like still?" Because it's like it goes like, "Hi, my name is you reached Justin. Can you come to my phone right now?
Yeah.
Please name and number at the beep. Bye."
Yeah, I was like, this is real, and I was just enjoying it. Then I hung up right away.
Also, I used to record my
man.
own ringtones. Because I
Really?
would do on that flip phone, I could record. So I would like listen when
Uh-huh.
a good song would pop up on the radio. I'd record it, and then I could put
Oh,
it as my thing.
dude.
So I remember I had my mom would do that too. I helped my mom do it. My mom she had a couple. She had Drops of Jupiter by Train. That was
Oh, yeah.
one of hers. She had a Paralyzer by I don't know who it's by, but it's like, well, I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck.
Oh, I forget
Yeah, but
who
it's like
that's
a
by.
rock, like metal song. And then
Yeah.
I think I made one. I recorded it, and it was me yelling in the thing. It was said ring, 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 and then ring, and I'm just screaming to my phone. That was one of them.
You're a little entrepreneur. You could have been selling those, dude.
Yeah. I wish I still had it.
Been making some
I still
bank.
had a lot of that stuff because I wish I had my flip phone, man. I miss my flip phone. But no,
old
but
flip
doing the
phone.
recordings of the songs, yeah, that was fun because it would be like I would have to react quick. Like if I hear it on the radio, I'm like, oh, that's a good song,
Yeah.
and I had to pull my phone real quick, hit that record button just to get a clip of it.
Turn it up to full blast.
One of my go-tos, I had "I'm Yours" by Jason Mraz. That was one of them.
Oh, that's another banger right there. See, I used to do the same things, but I don't think I was smart enough to put them as my ringtones. I would just record songs and then play it for my friends. Be like, hey, dude, check this
I
out.
used to do that too with those. I would have them on there.
Oh, yeah. I used to record, like, music videos, too.
My
Be like, just a little
my
video I
brother
had.
and I made on his phone because he always had like a one-step phone better than me because he was older.
Uh-huh.
And so he had like sort of like it was one of those. Remember the ones with the slide-out keyboard where you can pop the phone and it slides out
Oh,
the keyboard.
yep.
So he had one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And he would.
Those
so
were
we
stylish.
made some videos of like me going through walls because I would sprint and I would hit the wall and then we'd stop the video or pause the video and then he'd go on the other side of the wall and then I'd pop off of it and we'd start again. And then we'd put it all together. And so we made like a whole bunch of those, like me going through, like I would jump onto the top of a bunk bed and then pop out on the bottom. We made like little like magician videos. It was pretty fun.
Man, the Houlihan brothers were little
We were
directors.
creative. We were creative.
Making damn Tarantino movies over there.
Yeah, we made those. We used to We used to make or so how we settled fights in our house. My dad got us boxing gloves and put us in the garage. And if
Hey, that's a good thing. That's a good thing
we
to
would
do
duke
right
it
there.
out. And so here was the thing, though, because obviously I'm 6 years younger, so I wasn't gonna beat him or hurt him. But there was a rule:
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't allowed to hit me in the face. And
Fair rule,
and if
fair
he
rule.
did, because my dad was refereeing, if he hit me in the face, he had to box my dad, and my dad would go full go on him.
Oh,
And so we would do that. And
oh
we would
yeah.
like we'd do like fight nights. So we would have like our boombox thing, and we would have our walkout songs, and we'd come in because I was like a big Rocky fan, so I had like a lot of memorabilia. I used to have the belt. We would fight for the Rocky belt, and so we did that, and then I would come out to a Bon Jovi. What's this? What's that song? What's their main song? I'm no,
You give
no.
love
I'm a
bad
cowboy
name.
on a state. That song.
Oh,
That was like my go-to walkout song because I'd get really hyped and then I'd just like go nuts and like I would treat it like it was a movie. So I'd do like a Rocky movie where I would get hit, I'd go down, and then I get up and I start swinging again like really hard.
Oh yeah.
But to how that story ended and why we ended up boxing is I got hit one time and I hit the freaking it was a concrete garage thing and I hit my head on the thing and then I got a big old welt on the side of my head. So that was the end of that.
Holy shit.
Oh, classic.
He just got dropped right on the concrete. Welcome to Fight Club,
Well, it'd
baby.
be like, because I would like try to hit Tyler in the face, my brother. I'd try to hit him in the face as hard as I can, and sometimes I would connect, and sometimes he would just say screw it, and he would hit me, and he would just he would have to box my dad, but it was worth it.
He would deal with the consequences.
It was worth it, you know, put his little brother in his place. But yeah, there's that.
That's a fair trade, though. Fair trade. Take out your little brother.
We're about almost at the 45-minute mark. You want to wrap this up, Reed?
Yeah, we made it.
It's been a roller coaster. Who knew how this was gonna go? But we made it, baby. Reed, where can they find you?
Hey, we got it. We got it done.
We got it
done.
You're welcome, fans, for what we go through to get this podcast out.
You can find me every week here at the show J and R.
Follow it on Instagram, the show _with J and R, or with Junior, sorry. And you can follow
Junior.
me, JJ_man_20, Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. Go like and subscribe on YouTube. Go tell your friends, tell your folks. If you like energy drinks like you've seen behind me, C4, use my promo code JJ at checkout for 25%
C4, baby.
off, and some of the best like recovery protein supplements on the market, dude. I love that stuff. And go check it out. And thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time.